So I really, I've been trying to hold off, but I feel like we got to talk about the boobs,
Okay.
if you'd like.
Let's talk about the boobs.
So,
Let's.
so I'm curious. So I want to ask, like, because now, I mean, obviously, you're a huge inspiration to a lot of younger models that have probably, that have gone as big as they have and saw that. So I'm curious, like, what drew you to want to have like really, really large boobs?
Well, it all started when I was just house dancing, and I had like 38 boobs. I got greedy. I wanted to go and start featuring. So I went to Dr. Johnson in Houston, Texas, and I started getting them bigger and bigger. F, E, F, G, H, I, J. And
they didn't refer to it in CCs back then.
Well, you could refer to CCs, but actually it's easy to refer to the cup size.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because now it's like models refer to their size based on the CC amount as opposed to the bra size.
Yeah. Well, you could, but you kind of lost track of that. It's like, okay, 1,500 cc's, 2,000 cc's, 30,000 cc's. Right now, I would say I am at probably about 3,500 cc's.
Okay.
So, cup size, and everybody was competitive, and who's got bigger cup size.
Yeah.
So you can perform at clubs and make more money. But now, a lot of girls are doing, Dr. Johnson passed away. So I was actually, did you ever hear about the silly string boobs?
Yeah, the polystrings that Maxie had and Chelsea had. Didn't Minka get those too?
I had them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was the first one to get them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the first one to get them because they had some kind of problem with the Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah, the FDA. Yeah.
So I had one of my bags go down, and Dr. Johnson said, "Well, I'm trying something new. It's polypropylene string." And I had him do that to me. I was the first one. He was trying it on girls that were only like double D or triple D, but I was the first big girl that he did with that. And after that, that is when Maxie and Minka and Chelsea and everybody else did that.
Okay.
I did it first. I was like, I wasn't too really pleased with them. They were hard. They were firm. They were very painful to get done.
Okay.
But, I had no choice. Dow Corning and all that, they were just saying, no more. No more bags. No more saline. No more nothing. And so I had no choice. So I did that. But eventually, things worked out. And yeah, a lot of the girls got them. Minka still has them. Maxie is retired, so she doesn't have them anymore.
Yeah.
Chelsea, I heard she had hers removed.
Yeah.
And then when Dr. Johnson started finding out that he was getting ill with Alzheimer's, he said that, okay, ladies, I'm willing to switch that out and take care of that for you if you can provide the bags or whatever. And, so I ended up finding the bags, and I got the string taken out and had that put in, and that's what I did. A lot of the girls chose to keep it, like Minka, she chose to keep it, and things like that. So that's how that happened. And then Dr. Johnson passed away, and now there's another doctor in Fort Lauderdale.
Is that Revis? Or is that somebody else?
I won't say because I know he wants his privacy.
Okay, fair.
But
okay.
So he does the bags and he is able to expand them and all that. So that's that.
When did you first go supersized? Was it like, because the movies like Duke and Knockers, those were like what, 91, 92?
Yeah.
So you had them by then.
Yeah. Well, what happened was first, you know, like I said, I was like a 38E naturally.
Yeah.
Then I went to like an F cup.
Mhm.
Then I went to like a G, then an H, you know. So that was back in the Dr. Johnson days.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you could get the bags and expand them and make them bigger and all that.
Were they silicone or saline?
I had saline.
Okay.
There were silicone around and some girls had them, but that was so regulated. You know, the silicone, because sometimes they'd leak.
Yeah, no, and silicone
the
was,
girls
was,
would get
was
sick,
yeah,
you know,
they're toxic if they link.
So, you know, I basically had a lot of McGann bags, McGann. Yeah. And you know, that's how that went. It's like it was almost like competitive. It's like, okay, I got the F cups. Now I'm gonna go for the G. And I'm gonna go for the H.
Well, yeah, because you had all these other models like Busty Dusty and stuff that had massive huge.
Oh, Busty Dusty, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. She retired, and a lot of times when the girls retire,
they downgrade.
You don't hear from them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Busty Dusty, Crystal Storm, Lulu Divine.
Yeah, Topsy Curvy.
Topsy. Oh my gosh, I got such good stories sometimes. So,
really?
Oh my God.
We'll have to have you back so you can tell some of those fun stories.
Lulu Divine? Oh, she was crazy, bitch. Crazy bitch. I was stuck in a cab with her one time. Her and her girlfriend and a friend of mine. And oh my God. And her girlfriend got mad at her and she was like grabbing her hairpiece. And I'm like, oh my God, fucking God. Oh. And the guy that's driving the cab was like Arabic or something. He's going, stop that shit, don't get on my cab. And oh my God, I'm like, fucking, oh no, my God, you know. Oh, she was crazy. She was crazy. I loved her, but she was crazy.
Nice.
She was nuts. Oh yeah. And then her and her girlfriend are just going out in the cab, and the guy's going, get out of my fucking cab. Get out of my fucking cab. Wow. I'm like, oh my God. we're like a fucking Tenderloin district in fucking San Francisco. I was like, oh my God, we gotta get out of the cab.
Yep. So did you have any like models that you love that kind of gave you inspiration to want to go super huge, or was it just you just kept going bigger on your own and they just got to be super, super big to that point?
I got to tell you, in the very beginning, there was Melissa Mounds, right? Very beautiful woman. And there was, who was the other ones?
There was was it Leanne Lovelace or something? Was another one?
Leanne Lovelace. Yeah. She's another character.
Wasn't she in the first, or was she? I think she was in the second Duke of Knockers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Leanna Lovelace. Yeah, I flew on a plane with her to England to do that, and she was in the goddamn, you know, the plane, the thing where there's curtains, where the stewardess and shit.
Yeah.
And she's fucking shooting pictures with fucking people on the plane for money.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, I don't know this woman. I don't know her.
And this is pre like phone cameras too. It's like real cameras people shooting with. Can't really do
I was like, I do not know this woman.
Can't really get selfies with a Canon or a Nikon.
No, they were like taking pictures with a camera.
Yeah, camera.
And she'd sit there in the galley, and these guys would come up there and want pictures with her. I'm like, oh, fucking God.
You're like, what is this line for? People just waiting to get photos with her?
Oh, my God. And that was back when you could smoke on the plane, too.
Oh, wow.
Cigarettes. And she said, I didn't want to smoke near you because you smoke cigarettes. I recently did quit smoking. Not weed, but cigarettes.
Yeah.
And anyways, and so she's going there and she's in the galley fucking shooting pictures of the guys for money. I'm like, oh, fucking God. Please, the federal marshals, I don't know what'll happen. I don't know what'll happen here. Oh my God, yeah, she was nuts. She was nuts. Yeah, definitely.
But there weren't models that you saw that were like, I want those kind of boobs, or I want like, because did huge boobs kind of draw your attention to the point where you're like, I want that? Or you just knew from like a business perspective it was better, you wanted bigger boobs?
From a business perspective, I did. It wasn't like, I've got to be like them, or I've got to catch up with them.
Yeah.
it was a business perspective. You know, yeah, I guess I was greedy. I was greedy.